Welcome.
Just sort of the story.
Wow, I'm Janey.
And I'm Max.
And this is the podcast where we tell each other stories like fairy tales, folktales, and mythology.
And also, you are here.
Wow, welcome.
Hi.
Max, I'm so excited to be here right now. We haven't recorded in so long.
I know. It's been crazy.
So you guys know, we recorded the Halloween episode and the bonus episode in the same weekend, and then we took 2 weeks off. So, it's been forever. How's it going?
Yeah. This is like the longest we've gone without recording in a really long time because it's the first time since we decreased to every 2 weeks that we haven't also been doing other stuff, like the off topics and everything. So,
it really does feel like we got a mini vacation.
Yeah, it was really nice. I feel very well rested and prepared to be recording, which is really nice.
Yeah, hydrated.
So, thank you guys for your patience with the changed schedule. It's really nice and we appreciate it.
Max, in the time between last recording and this recording, you had a birthday.
I did have a birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm 40 years old now.
No, that's not true. If you're 40, that makes me 43. I'm not ready. Max is 30.
I'm 30.
30, flirty, and fine. I made you drink out of that 30 mug.
Oh, yeah.
30. It's a wine glass that's painted and it says 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like 30 and flirty or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only time we can use it, though. So if anybody's in the market for a 30-year-old mug, 30-year-old wine glass.
Yeah, it was really fun. We watched A Knight's Tale, and then I visited with my family for a little while. And
Knight's Tale and charcuterie.
Yeah. And then I got to pet some stingrays in South Carolina, and also I got a bunch of birds to land on my hands and eat dog food from my fingers.
All of that is standard when you turn 30 years old.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
That's the procedure.
If you're like, I don't know if I should turn 30.
Listen,
you can pet stingrays and you can get a bunch of birds to eat dog food off your hands. Doesn't that sound good? Oh, man.
Pretty good.
Well, fantastic. I also had fun on your birthday. I got to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Collected a bunch of seashells that I'm now letting my students draw.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The best part, we will get to the recording, I promise, but we haven't seen you guys in a while, so we got to talk first. The best part for me, I went to the beach and stayed with your family for a day, and it was very fun. Then I left and Max had the rest of the time with their family. But we were all out on the beach collecting just truly the best seashells ever and little fossils and stuff like that. And every once in a while, both of your parents would separately come up to me and say, I found a shark's tooth, take this. They were giving me something they're like, give this to your students. And I was like, pretty good. I can't give these to unless you have 95 of these, none of my students can have a shark's tooth. They will beat each other to death over these shark's teeth. But thank you. And they just kept coming up. And then it became a thing where all of your whole family was just like, okay, so what are we looking for the kids? Will they like this? Okay, I'm putting it in the bag. It's I got so many little take-home seashells. All the kids get to take home a seashell because your family scavenged for me.
Yes.
It's the cutest thing ever.
My family are gatherers and you gave them a task. And honestly, it's the best possible thing you could have done for them is to give them something to do that
I also had a great time. And now the kids all get to take home a seashell.
Yeah.
They get to draw big seashells, like the conch shells and the big ones that look like fossils and are interesting to draw. And they get to take home little seashells that they get to choose.
Oh, I have some seashells to give you also. I got more of this little spiral ones.
Good. Kids are crows is the thing.
My mom is going to send you a mason jar full of shark's teeth, by the way.
So they can all actually
yes.
have a shark's tooth. They'll freak the fuck out.
Yeah, she wasn't able to get enough during the time that we were there, but she goes down to Florida every year for a month with her best friend. And
so cute.
And they collect shark's teeth. So she has a bunch of mason jars full of shark's teeth, and she's just going to send one to you.
I love it. I'm very excited. Okay. Well, guys, thank you for being here and hanging out with us. If you want to hang out with us even more and get more interesting facts about shark's teeth, you can by joining our Discord. Max, do you want to tell them how to get on there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get on it, guys.
That's how. Listen, sometimes you have to learn how to do things for yourself. Okay, I can't help you with everything.
Okay, but if you could help them with this one thing.
Fine. If you would like to join us on Patreon and therefore on our Discord, which is where we talk and hang out with all of our listeners, you can click the link for our Patreon down in the show notes for this episode and every episode. For $3 a month, you get access to the Discord, which is where we all hang out and do fun stuff. And then for $7 a month, you get access to a full-length bonus episode every month in addition to Discord access. So you can hang out with us and also hear us talk even more.
Yeah.
So you get a full-length bonus episode every single month at the $7 tier. And you also get access to the back catalog of bonus episodes. There are a bunch of them, more than 12, 15.
Bonus episodes?
Yeah.
It's like 20.
Yeah.
It's like 21.
Yeah. A lot.
Quite a few.
Several, at least. Yeah, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And as always, if you guys have stuff that you would like us to offer on the Patreon, let us know, because we don't know what you fucking want. God.
I will also say that whenever we do, we've only done this twice now. If we do themed episodes and we let you guys vote on what the theme is, if we do movie nights, if we do question and answers, which we do every bonus episode, but if you listen to the Halloween episode that we released, 143, at the end, people gave us wishes to see if they were paw-proof, and Max and I destroyed them.
Yeah.
And so if you want to be part of like fun games like that, that's all on the Discord. And we are on there every single day because we fucking love you guys so much. You are our cleverest friends.
Mm-hmm. Also, congrats to Tiff Toff, who was just hired as a school librarian.
Oh my god, Tiff Top! I'm gonna send you so many librarian grants now that I have a school librarian friend. That's not in my school. Have fun. We love all of our teacher friends, and there's a lot of teachers on Discord as well, and that makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
There's something for everyone. There truly is.
Yeah, we're all just pals, and we would love if you would give us $3 to be our friend also.
Yeah, like fucking get on it. All right, Max, excellent.
Thank you very much.
Do you want to tell me a story? Because you are going first today.
I am? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Are you ready?
Okay. No.
Then we're going to take a little break so that Max can get her head on straight. And then we'll be back. Goodbye.
Okay, Janey.
Okay, Max.
The story that I have for you today is from the collection of stories, When the Chenoo Howls, Native American Tales of Terror by James and Joseph Bruchac, with illustrations by William Sauce Netamushwe Bach.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I love the Bruchacs.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick reminder to look up Joseph Bruchac.
Yeah.
He's quite hot.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he's the dad. I think James is the dad and Joseph is the son, but one of them is super hot.
The other one, ugly.
No, the other one is
Hate
just
him.
like a grandpa, and that's fine.
No, they're great, and they are really incredible collectors and tellers of.
And they're Native
Folktales.
American, and that's a big thing when we're looking for Native American tales is, unfortunately, there are very few actual Native American authors
Telling Native
Native American tales and profiting off of their own stories, and so that's fun.
Yeah.
I think they're Abenaki, I believe.
I don't remember.
Yeah. They're very fun. We filled a couple of them, and this book is fantastic. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a really good one. This has a lot of really good creature features, and this is no exception.
And this is actually a really good time for you to be telling it, because if you guys didn't know, November is Native American History Month.
Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to tell another story from this book for the next episode.
Good.
So.
Good.
But this story, no exception to the creature features, is called Man Bear.
Man Bear!
This comes from...
Oh, no. This is going to make it really hard to choose man or bear. Also, my story has a similar theme.
It's the Man Bear episode.
This is the Man Bear episode. Good luck, idiots.
This story comes from the Oneida peoples, which are part of the Iroquois Nation. There are also, I'll list the sources in the show notes for this episode. This is a combination of a story that appears in a couple of different places, in a couple of different variations, in Iroquois folklore by William M. Beauchamp, Legends of the Longhouse by Jesse J. Cornplanter, and Seneca Myths and Folktales by Arthur C. Parker. Yeah, so this is the Man Bear. This is also one of the most anime stories I've ever read.
Oh, exciting.
This is, oh my god, this is the most first episode of an anime that I've ever encountered. It's incredible.
Okay.
Swift Runner has already lapped the entire village by the time that the rest of the runners get halfway around the course.
Okay.
So he is standing by the finish line, having already completed the race, while all the other young men who are racing are only halfway done.
When is this set?
Mm.
Is it like an old story, or is it like a more...
It's not modern.
Huh. I think of races with finish lines as modern, but I guess it's very not.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I mean, it's not like a checkered finish line. It's like a tree or a stone or something like that, probably. I think they said it's like a standing stone that is like the start end point.
Okay.
So he's already done a complete lap around the village and everyone else is only halfway. There's a reason they call him Swift Runner. It's because he runs
To
swiftly.
Taylor Swift in his iPod.
Yep.
He's a Swiftie.
At the finish line, he shouts, "Wahey, I am Ayanawe, swift runner. I am truly the fastest runner of all. No one on 2 legs or 4 legs can defeat me."
Oh. And then a dolphin jumps on shore like, what about no legs?
His father is watching the race, and he watches as Swift Runner brags about how fast he is. And he is the fastest, by a lot. He is incredibly fast. But his father, whose name is Burden Carrier.
No, my dad too.
Every dad thinks their name is Burden Carrier. His father, Burden Carrier, watches him kind of celebrate at the finish line, and a darkness passes across his expression. He turns to Swift Runner's grandmother, White Hummingbird, and he says, "My son, I worry that he brags too much." White Hummingbird says, "He does speak loudly, but he has a good heart, and he's not making it up. Like, he is the fastest runner. Like, we have never found man or animal that can outrun him. So it's not like he's like, talking
not
shit.
lying.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being confident.
Yeah. He is the, I understand that we don't want him to be prideful or boastful or anything, but he literally is the fastest runner. So
yeah,
we can kind of give him a little bit of a break. Burden Carrier thinks about the fact that Swift Runner, he's one of the hunters, and he no longer uses a bow to hunt. He just runs after the animals until they pass out from exhaustion and then stabs them.
Oh no, that's psycho shit.
Yeah. He's like, it's easier than using a bow and arrow. So this is something that is a huge part of human civilization development, is the idea that human beings are persistence hunters.
Yeah. Where
we are the best at long distance running out of most any animal in the world.
Huh.
So a lot of the reason why human beings are kind of the top of the food chain is because of the fact that it doesn't matter how big the animal is, a human being over long distances can run them down.
I will also say that there's much more of an attention span thing, of you can go to sleep at night still thinking about that animal and with a plan in mind, Mm-hmm. You have a plan, where I don't think a lot of other animals plan. Yeah. Well, no other animal plans. It's all instinctual,
mm-hmm.
So I can see that also plays into it. Why are you laughing at me?
Dinking about it.
Go to sleep at night dinking about it. Guys, you have to listen to the test. Otherwise, Max sounds crazy.
Dinking about it.
I'm dinking about it.
Yeah, so this is historically, persistence hunting is one of the things that's put human beings at the top of the food chain, because before people were settled civilizations and began to grow crops and things like that, they were able to kill enough food to survive on by just running the animals down. So herds of deer, a human being over long distances can run down a herd of deer.
That's wild.
Until the deer collapse from exhaustion, basically.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so historically and anthropologically, this is a real thing that human beings of all creatures do, and specifically Swift Runner is the
evens
best
the score as well. It seems a little more ethical than shooting them with a gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Swift Runner is so fast that he doesn't even have to use a bow and arrow anymore. He just runs the animals down until they are exhausted, and then he stabs them and brings them home, because he can run so fast and for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Burden Carrier looks over, and the young men are starting to reach the end of the track, and Swift Runner is standing there and congratulating them as they pass the finish line, which sounds really nice, but then it's what he says is, "You've run well. Do not be ashamed. No one can defeat me, for I am Swift Runner." Okay, are you congratulating them, or are you rubbing it in? Kind of seems like you might be being an asshole.
It's gonna really fucking hit him hard when somebody's faster than him one day, when he's old and there's new blood.
People are just gonna start tripping him.
Yeah. Or running him down and stabbing him.
Yeah. Burden Carrier watches this, and he's like, he's a good man, but I remember what happened to his older brother, and I worry.
His older brother, knife wound. I'm a little worried about him.
You know what happened to old Knife Wound? He went crazy.
He ate poison berries.
Swift Runner's older brother was named Quick Feet, and he was so fast. Not as fast as Swift Runner, but Swift Runner was still a baby, so it wasn't like they were in competition with each other.
Yeah.
But Quick Feet boasted that he could outrun a herd of deer. He was like, I can start in the morning and chase deer until the end of the day and like beat them at the end of the day, basically. So when the sun goes down, I will have like outraced an entire herd of deer, which he did. And he was successful. He outran a herd of deer. He ran for the entire day from sunup until sundown and beat a whole herd of deer. But as soon as the sun went down, he collapsed dead because his heart burst.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, his fucking heart exploded.
That's his older brother heart attack.
Yeah. That's old Pop Pop.
You hear from the other end of the village, what? No, not you, Pop Pop. Don't worry. Okay.
So Quick Feet died for his hubris of thinking that he could be so fast and not take any breaks. And then his heart exploded. And so Burden Carrier remembers this and he's like, I just worry that Swift Runner is going to go the same way that Quick Feet did.
Yeah, I would also be a little worried.
This is the silliest exposition. This is exactly how the story is written. Is it's just like these two people standing and being like, oh, wow, he's so boastful. I can't believe how crazy it is that he's fast enough to hunt down all of these animals just by outrunning them. I just worry that the same thing will happen to him that happened to his brother, Quick Feet, who died of an exploded heart from running too fast.
Max and I this morning, we just watched the first Fast and Furious movie again. And I'm imagining a Nas explosion.
Very similar.
Guys, go watch that again and just stare at Vin Diesel.
This is kind of the Fast and Furious of Oneida folklore, baby, I guess.
That's how you get me.
That is how you get me.
I'm officially interested in the story. Didn't care about it before. That's not true. My interest spiked at old Knife Wound.
Oh, Knife Wound. It's so funny to me that this is how the story is told. It's just two people talking to each other and being like, that thing that happened
his heart
that
exploded.
I'm going to detail that, let's all just remember really quickly that historical thing that happened where this happened and then this happened and this happened and this was the importance and significance and how it's affected us since then. You remember?
Yeah. These are the exposition.
Really good. White Hummingbird says, don't worry about your son. You've taught him well. Like, you learned from the mistakes of Quick Feet. And so you've taught him how to, like, rest and recover and drink water and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he'll be fine. Like, you taught him well. And Burden Carrier's like, yes, but I wouldn't worry, except that strange things have been happening. Hunters have been going out into the woods and disappearing. And other hunters have gone out and said that they've seen, like, these tracks of a man that turn into the tracks of a bear.
Oh, gosh.
Almost as though there's something in the woods hunting our hunters. Some kind of man bear.
Dun, 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 dun.
And she's like, yeah, probably a man bear.
Dun, 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 dun.
Burden Carrier says, I just worry, what if the man bear hears Swift Runner bragging about how fast he is, and then he comes and challenges Swift Runner, and then Swift Runner loses, and then the man bear murders him, and also murders all of us. What if?
That would never happen.
What if?
Don't worry about that.
And White Hummingbird says, well, if the man bear comes and challenges him, then I guess Swift Runner will just have to do his best.
This is what we call a Chekhov's man bear.
Yeah, Chekhov's. That's the episode title.
Chekhov's man bear.
So she's like, he's going to do his best. And you know what? We shouldn't talk about it anymore. This conversation is over. And then they just watch Swift Runner continue congratulating the other runners. Later, it's nighttime. The Bruchaks are really incredible storytellers. And this is such weird. This is such a weird way for them to be doing this. And it is cracking me up.
Yeah.
It really feels like in an anime where, like, the chosen one main character is introduced by the other people around them being like, wow, can you believe a couple of years ago his entire family died and then he came to our school and he hasn't had any friends ever since then.
Yeah.
Some people say that he's got weird like
yeah that's 100% what it is.
It's hilarious.
James and Joseph Bruchac have such a specific way of storytelling, though. It's so fun. It's so interesting every time. This is very fun.
This is a little bit of a break from their like careful and masterful storytelling where they're just like, remember that time? So that night, the whole group is gathered around a fire in the longhouse when they hear a low growling voice outside. Wonder who it is.
It's Pop Pop.
Somebody asked for pop pop. They hear a low growling voice outside, and the voice calls out, "Swift Runner, I have come to speak to you." And Swift Runner goes to the door of the longhouse, surrounded by his friends and family.
Yeah.
And they open the door, and they see a man outside.
Okay.
This man is taller and broader than anyone in the tribe. He's like the biggest person they've ever seen. He's wearing a bear skin over his shoulders, over a bare chest, and then he has a necklace with 2 long, sharp bear teeth hanging from it. As he speaks, they see that his eyes flash red, like that red glow. The
eye shine.
Yeah, exactly.
He sounds hot.
He's hot.
Yeah, this is hot.
Listen.
Woo, thinking about it.
Thinking about it. This is a Memes for Angela Carter story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he opens the door and sees this very hot man. And Swift Runner says, "Well, I'm the fastest and nobody can beat me." There's no transition into him saying that. He's like, "I want to talk to you." And Swift Runner's like, "Well, I'm the fastest." So
somebody call for a fast boy.
Here I am. Swift Runner, fast boy, Esquire.
Yeah. There's another subcategory of baby girl. Fast boy.
And the man bear says, "Oh, well, I've heard you're pretty fast. But I gotta say, I don't have high hopes because none of your people have escaped me yet."
Ah, bum bum ba.
His hype man behind
It's me. Somehow I'm in this story in my overalls. He's like, "Hey, can you fucking stop it?"
The man bear, by the way, is voiced by Vin Diesel.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is just a Fast and Furious movie.
Okay, I have to take a very quick break. I know I've been interrupting so much, but I'm excited. So
Yeah.
I have to take a very quick break because recently I've been thinking a lot about the time that Disney reached out to me. And
Thinking about it.
I've been thinking about it. Recently, I've been thinking back on my past choices and like the different directions my life could have gone in. And I was thinking about when Disney reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, we're doing a new show on Disney Plus and it's a ice sculpting show and we think that you would be very fun on it because we've seen your TikToks. Can you put together a team and go to a casting call?" And I was like, "So what does that mean? Like a big casting call?" And they're like, "No, it's basically a formality because we like you so much that it would just be like, let us see your friends, let us see your personality, and then we want you on this show." And it would be filming in, I think, Utah in February. And so I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." So I got together a team. And then I became so, I got like blinders on because it occurred to me that if I'm on Disney Plus, I might meet Vin Diesel. There wasn't even a transition to that. It's not like Vin Diesel is part of every show. I was just like, oh my God.
If I'm on Disney Plus, I might meet Vin Diesel.
And then I couldn't stop. I named our team the Fast and the Furious. And then I went to the actual thing and I was like, that's kind of fun though, right? Like, oh, like this quirky girl wants to meet Vin Diesel. And then I blacked out during that interview. And later on, I was talking, Brenna was on my team and she was like, "You talked a lot about Vin Diesel." And they never called us back. No! We never even got like that lady that I had been talking to. She wasn't even like, "Hey, they thought you were weird." It really was.
They thought it was weird how much you talked about Vin Diesel. You know he's not involved with this project, right?
It's basically what happened. Anyway, I like Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Okay, you can keep going. Now I'm imagining Vin Diesel as Man Bear. Thinking about it.
Danging about it. I think if I had been on your team, we could have made it.
Would you have backed me up? The other ones that looked uncomfortable, I think, is part of it.
I absolutely would have backed you up.
Yeah, so I think that part of it was that my team looked like, "Oh no, Janey, this isn't what we rehearsed."
We had a whole thing about how we're artists.
Yeah, you're going rogue.
You just got to live your life a quarter mile at a time.
Yeah, my problem was choosing friends when I could have chose family.
Yeah, La Familia. It's me.
That's Max.
You also chose a bunch of artists, and I do feel like the team would have been more solid with one wild card.
The problem was I turned out to be the wild card, and that's not what you need in a leader.
Yeah, you need a leader and a wild card. They can't be the same person. If I was there, I think we would have made it.
If you work for Disney Plus, please know that I've changed.
Give us another shot, please.
Yeah. One more shot to blow your fucking minds and meet Vin Diesel. Oh no, I haven't changed.
We're leaning into it.
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
Listen, we love two things in this world: ice sculptures and Vin Diesel. Famously, that's the two things we're interested in.
Name one more thing that we've ever talked about. You can't.
You can't.
Okay, you may continue your story. Everybody now thinking about Vin Diesel enough? No, think about him more.
Been thinking about it.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like we might need a couple seconds of
Thinking about it.
nope. Recuperation, calm,
We got to get back into the story.
centering.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, Man Bear's there, and I'm also there.
Mhm. And the man bear is Vin Diesel. Thinking about it.
Thinking about it.
So,
If I met Vin Diesel in person, I would cry.
I know.
I can't say that about, I don't think any other celebrity. Even like Kate Blanchett, I think I would just like, probably try to kiss her. It's probably for the best that I don't know Kate Blanchett. I might make it weird.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel, I think I would burst into tears and he would be uncomfortable.
It'd be like when Kristen Bell got to meet a sloth.
Yes. Vin Diesel is
here. He's here right now. I can feel him.
oh God, I love him so much. Vin Diesel, and I know that he has some iffy things out about him, and guess what? I don't want to know. Every time something comes out where they're like, Vin Diesel might have this allegation, everyone sends it to me. I'm like, hey, that's mean. It's
That's
like
mean to me, Janey.
That's rude.
I have one thing.
I don't want to know about that.
This is my one bastion.
Shut the fuck
of
up.
hell. Of just goodness.
I understand.
Leave me alone.
I understand that all men in Hollywood will eventually let me down. Can you please not fucking
Yeah.
be the person shooting out the bottom of my house of cards? Thank you. That wasn't a Kevin Spacey reference, but he also disappointed me. Max, I'm officially ready to hear the rest of the story, and I won't interrupt at all ever again.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to do a Vin Diesel voice for some of it, though, because the lines are they're just Vin Diesel lines.
Okay.
So the man bear says, well, you know, I don't have the highest hopes, because none of your people have escaped me yet.
That's a really good Vin Diesel voice. It's just a Max voice, but a little cocky.
And then he says, I challenge you to a race. Tomorrow, dawn to sunset, loser dies.
Wow, is Vin Diesel here in the room?
If I could do a Vin Diesel voice,
Yeah, of course.
we would have a very different relationship.
They challenge you to a race. Dawn.
You sound like the Scream voice.
Hello, Sydney. Want a race? Family. What's your favorite scary movie? Where your family is in danger. You know, my favorite scary movie is My Life. Quarter mile at a time. We're getting further away.
Should we just
cut
call
all
it?
of this? I think I have to cut every single Vin Diesel reference.
No, you
I'm
can't.
gonna have to. I might have to put it on like the Patreon.
Why? In case you meet him, it'll be embarrassing.
No, I need him to be prepared for me. He needs to know that this will be like, I don't know, meeting a Make-A-Wish person. This would be my wish. Oh my God, this would be my wish.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to meet Vin Diesel and make out a little, and I want to touch your waffle shirt, and I would also like to make out a little, and then I would like to. He's like,
And wear the waffle shirt.
I would like to be in it. Well, no, I want us both to be wearing a waffle shirt. I'm
The
also
same
there.
waffle shirt.
I want to be in like a baby Bjorn that's like hooked up, strapped to your chest, and the waffle shirt is over both of us, keeping us warm. Nothing weird. I am gonna get rid of all these references.
No,
They're going on.
You have to leave them in.
They're going on the Patreon. People aren't gonna like this story, and it's a good story.
They'll love this.
I'm ruining
the
it.
people love this.
I just don't think that's true.
Man Bear starring Vin Diesel.
No, I came a little. Keep going.
Stop. So he says, race me tomorrow, dawn to sunset. Loser dies.
And I get your car.
We're playing for slips. Everyone in the Longhouse begins to murmur, and they're terrified that if Swift Runner doesn't win and Man Bear kills him, then he's going to come after the rest of them also.
Was Swift Runner the only one keeping him from doing that?
I don't know.
I feel like they shouldn't be that worried. They should be like, yeah, take him. There you go. That's our gift to you.
And maybe now we're friends, right?
Yeah.
But Swift Runner agrees.
Mm-hmm.
And the Man Bear's like, all right, see you tomorrow. First light. Bring your car.
You know, Max, I'm going to give you permission to not do this anymore. Mostly because I don't think that the microphone is picking up your Vin Diesel. It's just getting quieter.
Bring your car.
Bring your car.
Bring your car.
You got a car? Bring it.
Invent cars really good. I think I would like them. You gotta either beat me in a race or invent cars.
You could either, in case you guys couldn't understand her Vin Diesel voice, you could either beat me in a race or invent cars.
So Man Bear turns and departs into the night. And Swift Runner's like, oh my god, I'm gonna race Man Bear in the morning. I don't feel like I'm ready. And Burden Carrier talks to him and he's like, okay, this is gonna be really tough.
Mm-hmm.
The Man Bear's really fast, like as fast as a man or a bear. Sometimes he's a man, sometimes he's a bear.
Mm.
So he'll be as fast as whichever one of those things that he is, which is fast. So you're going to have to be careful and you're going to have to pace yourself. Don't exhaust yourself trying to catch him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have to, like, lag behind, reserve your energy. All that matters is where you are at the end of the day.
Yeah, don't hit the Nas too early.
Exactly.
That's actually something that Brian learns in the first movie.
Exactly. Don't... You got to wait for the perfect moment.
Yes.
And you got to live your life a quarter mile at a time.
Oh my god. This is so applicable.
And White Hummingbird goes to him, and she takes out these 2 little hummingbird feathers from a pouch at her waist, and she gives them to Swift Runner, and she says, these will make you even faster. Hummingbirds are small, and they're not strong, but they are really fast, so these will give you more speed, which kind of feels like she's being like, okay, you have to be really fast because you can't beat him in a fight, because you're a wimp. And tiny, like a hummingbird.
You know who the natural enemy of hummingbirds are?
Bears.
Bees.
Oh.
That's true.
That is true, which is crazy.
Birds, bees, and bears are... That's the team.
Yeah.
It's the circle of life.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And then she pulls out a blowgun.
What?
And she gives him the blowgun and a dart that has a cattail on the end of it.
Yeah.
And she's like, also... if you beat him, you still have to kill him, and there's only one way to do that. And she leans in close and whispers into his ear what he has to do.
Shoot him.
She hands him a Glock.
Shoot him in the face. 2 in the back of the head, executioner style.
It's the only way.
It's 1 in the chest and 2 in the head.
Double tap. You gotta. So, first light the next morning, Swift Runner goes outside and he sees the Man Bear standing outside of the Longhouse in the early morning mist, just like the barest rays of the sun coming over the horizon and glistening off of his dewy chest.
Stop it! I would not have been cool about this. They'd be like, okay, the race is happening. Who is that girl? Asking him how tall he is while twirling her hair.
She's really quickly inventing waffle shirts.
Furiously knitting. I just think that maybe you would look good in this. Good luck. I hope you fucking kill him.
I think we would look good in this.
Just excuse me. Let's scooch on up here. It's me climbing up into his baby Bjorn. He's like, that's for nuts and seeds.
So the man bear says, good, you came. Now you're going to run, and I'm going to chase you. And Swift Runner says, no, you're going to run, and I'm going to chase you.
And I'm also like, hey, boys, what if I run? And you both.
And Man Bear
Chase
chases
me.
me, and Swift Runner go home. What if?
Perhaps. I'm imagining Swift Runner as Paul Walker. My brain is rotten.
Oh, no.
I've ruined the story. I'm so sorry.
No, it's great. This is accurate. This is the only way this story could possibly be told. And then we cut to Man Bear's inner monologue, anime style,
Yeah.
where he's like, he used my own trick against me. The magic words, you will run and I will chase you. He turned it against me, my spell. Now I have to run and he's going to chase me. What am I going to do?
What? Huh?
Nobody's ever outsmarted me like that before.
Wow.
He really must be powerful. And then it cuts back to the outside.
I love you, Man Bear.
You're everywhere, nowhere, Man Bear.
Have my baby Man Bear. Take it.
Everyone watched Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23.
Yeah, that's a Don't Trust the Bee reference, and it's a perfect show.
Yeah. You know who doesn't trust the bee? Hummingbirds.
Yeah, the natural enemies.
Yeah. And it cuts back outside, and Man Bear's eyes widen slightly as he realizes that his own tricks have been used against him. Swift Runner says, run as fast as you can, but you cannot escape me. And then he like jukes at him, and Man Bear starts running.
Scampering. You hear that? Like that sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Man Bear, still in man form, starts to jog off into the forest. Swift Runner waits a couple of seconds and then runs after him. And he runs, he uses his tracks to follow him, and he sees like the tracks of a huge man, and then eventually they transform into the tracks of a huge bear. Hey man, do you need a second?
Yes. Go on.
And it becomes way easier to track him because he's a big old bear and he keeps knocking over trees as he's running and then just like
Aww.
leaving them splintered behind him. And also he has these huge paws that are just digging gouges out of the earth with every step.
Yeah.
So he's really easy to track. But it's okay because he's not trying to be sneaky. He's trying to be fast.
Yeah.
Swift Runner starts to catch up, and he can like hear the man bear running ahead of him in bear form. And he thinks to himself, well, I'm fast enough. I could catch him right now. And this could all be over, except that that's not how this game works. We have to get to the end of the day, sunset, and then I can catch him, and then I'll win. But if I catch him now, I'll be so tired, and I won't be able to do it. I remember what my father said.
Yeah.
I have to pace myself. I have to be careful not to get exhausted. And he also said the man bear would try and trick me. So I know better than that. We're going in towards a valley, and I'm not going to fall for the man bear's ambush.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up and around. So I'm going to be smart, and I'm not going to tire myself out, just like my dad said.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his anime inner monologue.
Yeah, no, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Anime voice. I liked it.
So Swift Runner goes around this. There's like this narrow like gorge that has a spot at the end of it where it turns into like a sharp cliff. So basically like bottlenecks.
Mm-hmm.
And he realizes that the man bear is probably going to wait at the bottleneck for him and then ambush him and eat him.
Yeah.
So he goes up to sort of the rim of the gorge and like walks around, doesn't tire himself out, and he goes around to the other end where the bottleneck is. And he looks down and he sees that, yes, the man bear is hiding behind a tree waiting to jump out and eat him. And he comes down the hill behind the man bear and he shouts, "Ahoo! Are you tired? You better start running now or I'm going to catch you." And the man bear looks around and is like, "Ha!" and starts running.
Embarrassing.
The man bear roars and then runs back out of the valley. Swift Runner starts to run after him, but then he's like, you know what? No, I'm still not going to tire myself out. I'm going to follow him. But first, I need to take a little break, have some lunch, have some water, chill out, let my heart rate get down, and then I can start again, and I won't be tired. Just going to take a little refresher. So he takes out his little Lunchable, and he eats it. He sits down by like a river and like washes his face, and then he gets back up, and he starts jogging along the path left by the bear man.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Man bear.
Thank you. Bear Man's a different guy.
That's his father. Call him Man bear.
Yeah.
So after he has a little lunch, he starts chasing the man bear again. And he gets close again and he says, "Ooh, I'm going to catch you." And the man bear's like, "Ha!" and starts running faster because this is apparently also magic words.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm going to get you.
I'm gonna get you. He's like a tickle monster.
Yeah, he's going to tickle him.
I'm coming.
God, can you imagine the sound that Vin Diesel would make if you tickled him? I can't. I feel like it would be awful.
Oh.
I feel like it would be like the sound of like when a belt slips in your car engine and it's like I feel like that would be the sound.
I bet he, in his spare time, giggles a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Her family.
That's definitely what he does. So the man bear speeds up and Swift Runner continues jogging along behind him. And he's like, "I could catch him now, too, but I have to remember my father's words." And he takes another rest.
Yeah.
It's getting toward the end of the day, and the sun is getting very low. He is now jogging at the same pace as the man bear, and he can see him, but he's staying just far enough away that the man bear can't, like, turn around and attack him or anything. But he sees from where he is that the man bear is winded. His huge chest is heaving with the effort of running all day.
All right. So slut.
He gets right up behind the man bear and he's like, "You better run faster, I'm gonna get you." And the man bear's like, "Ah," and tries to run faster, but he just can't. He is completely exhausted. The sun begins to dip below the horizon, and just as it does so, the man bear slows to like a jog and then a walk, and then eventually he just collapses from exhaustion. Swift Runner comes up to him and says, "Ha! I have defeated you, man bear, and now you must die." And the man bear kind of rolls on his side a little bit and looks up at Swift Runner, and he gets this like twinkle in his eye, and he says, "Well, you're gonna have to come close to try and kill me, but you better get it right the first time."
Yeah. Yeah.
You got one shot, motherfucker.
Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Yeah. He's like, "You better kill me. I'm gonna eat you." Swift Runner keeps his distance, and he's like, "I actually don't have to come close to you because my grandmother, White Hummingbird, told me what I have to do." And he pulls out his little blowgun. And he says, "I know the one place where you are weak." And he shoots the dart into Man Bear's foot, which is where his heart is hidden.
Oh.
He put it somewhere else, so you wouldn't be able to find it.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, it's in his foot.
It's in my butt. Oh, now I have to move it again. Oh, we can't take any more breaks. That's a real issue here.
He shoots the dart into the man bear's foot, and the man bear dies instantly. The Swift Runner takes a moment to get his breath back, and then he takes the necklace of bear teeth off from man bear. It's not clear. In a lot of stories, I feel like they shift back into being a human after they're dead. And that includes a lot of Native American stories when there are like people who are somehow, they do something that like breaks societal laws and then they become animal in some way. But a lot of times it's like, oh, this is a monster. And then once they die, they revert back to a human. It doesn't say anything about this in this story.
About him transforming back.
It doesn't, yeah.
I would assume that he was a human at this point, though, because also it's just narratively, it's easier to see him killing a man than see him shooting a bear. You know, like it's more even if he's a mannequin.
Yeah.
More equal, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. But he takes the necklace that the man bear was wearing that had the 2 bear's teeth on it, and he puts it on himself, and he also takes 2 of the man bear's teeth and add them to the necklace, which... Prequel? What?
Yeah, well, hold on.
Is he the man bear now?
He has to be the man bear now.
I feel like he has to be the man bear now.
Oh, he's going to be insufferable at parties.
Oh my god. So he takes his proof, basically, and he starts to walk back to the village. He has been running for an entire day to get to where he is. Now that he is walking back, it takes him 4 days. So that's how far he ran.
Fast.
Very fast. He's fast. He's swift.
Yeah.
He run swift.
It's time to shake it off.
Especially when he's got bad blood.
He's got bad blood and a blank space, baby.
My Beartooth necklace has a blank space, baby. And I'll write your teeth. What?
Oh, no. I'm gonna get him.
Finally, Swift Runner gets back after 5 days of being gone.
Mm-hmm.
I have to assume that his family had started mourning him, right?
Yeah. I don't know who would mourn him too hard.
Yeah.
It's kind of unseveral. He's gonna be worse now.
He gets home and everyone greets him overjoyed, and he tells what happened. And Burden Carrier goes to him and goes, "I'm proud of you, son. You did it. You really did it. You beat the man bear. Now, you can brag all you want. Truly, no one on 2 legs or 4 legs can defeat you."
It's true.
And then Swift Runner looks up at the sky for a second. He goes, "You know, I have no need to brag anymore." And he becomes the humblest man in the village. And everyone speaks from that day forward of all of his exploits and his incredible defeat of the man bear. But from that day on, never again was he heard to brag, because he didn't have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the end.
Excellent.
Yeah.
He looked up at the sky and said, "This one's for you, Pop Pop." And then the old man in the village was like, "What?" He's like, "No, not you, my brother."
My brother Pop Pop, who died.
You remember?
A little bit about this story. I already talked about persistence hunting, which I think it's really cool that this story like uses that.
Yeah.
Especially because that's something that like anthropologically has come out in the past 40 years or something like that has been like accepted as truth.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's really cool that this story kind of uses that as a component.
Yeah.
As it sort of feels like there's like more of a cultural memory of like actually having to do that.
Yeah.
Which I think is very cool. The other thing that I wanted to note, there are a lot of Native American stories are about like someone breaks some kind of societal bond and they become a monstrous, like half person, half whatever, as an indicator that they are like no longer fully human because of whatever they've done.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a whole lot on man bears, especially in Iroquois stories.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of, in the book, When the Chenoo Howls, the Bruchaks mentioned that it is something that like in Iroquois stories, there are a lot of men who transform into other things like men who transform into pigs or coyotes or anything like that. So that's like it's
We've also
thing.
seen like the witches stories that you've told are people transforming into animals.
Mm-hmm. But there isn't any kind of specific lore on man bears or anything like that. Like I wasn't able to find like an Iroquois or Oneida word for it or anything like that. But you know, a lot of people also call these werebears, which I also read an article, I wasn't aware, but werewolf means man-wolf. So when you call something a were something, it means...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a man thing. But when you call something a were, you're just calling it a man. But yeah, so he's, you know, a werebear, which every term that's like were blank comes from the term werewolf.
Cool.
Just interesting. But part of the idea behind, especially in this area of like the Iroquois nation, the Bruchaks theorize that the reason why this man bear would be so terrifying is because it might have been based on grizzly bears that ventured outside of like their normal regions and came to where the Iroquois were. Because
I was going to say, in those regions, I wouldn't expect bears to be super common.
Yeah, well, if anything, it would be black bears. And black bears are teddy bears, basically.
Docile.
They are... Oh, God, I love black bears.
They want your food.
They want your food, and they get scared very easily. Like, they were accustomed to black bears, and that was the bears that they saw.
Yeah.
And then very occasionally, so grizzly bears are mostly, if you think about it in terms of like a map of the modern day United States, the grizzly bear territory comes from like Alaska down in a little bit to like the northwestern corner of the United States. Mm-hmm. And this like Oneida Iroquois is on the northeastern side of the United States. But there are those like huge stretches of Canada that grizzly bears feasibly could have crossed and might have. And also grizzly bear like regions have shrunk to that kind of corner over time. So it wouldn't have been impossible to think that a grizzly bear could have made its way over into like Oneida lands. Yeah. So you're accustomed to seeing a black bear who you can kind of just like shout and they'll run away. It's really hard to get like mauled to death by a black bear because they kind of don't want to do that. Yeah. They're scaredy cats.
Babies.
but you're accustomed to that, and then you see something that is bigger, that has a much more human expression. It is brown, and it is vicious
and aggressive.
Yeah, and
grizzly bears are terrifying.
Yeah, grizzly bears are a completely different thing.
They'll also follow you. They will not back down. Like if you,
yeah, grizzly bears are to black bears what like honeybees are to wasps.
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
So the idea is that like this man-bear mythology comes from grizzly bears that kind of passed outside into their territory and just terrified the shit out of them. They were like, okay, this is a different kind of bear that's like weirdly human and intelligent and has like grudges.
Yeah.
Which I just think is really fun and terrifying. That's where that came from, potentially.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I really liked that story. I would like to put out a public apology to how much I interfered with the tale.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's really good. A petition to cast Vin Diesel as Man-Bear in the film.
Yeah.
And to cast Paul Walker somehow as Swift Runner.
Yeah.
Good job, Max.
Thank you.
Want to take a little break?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we'll be right back. Bye! Okay, Max.
Okay, Janey.
Max, okay. Today, I'm pulling a story from Winter Tales, which is a beautiful, gorgeous book full of amazing stories from around the world. It is one of those things where the book says written by Don Casey, and I would like to just amend that to maybe rewritten by Don Casey or collected by Don
Edited.
Casey. I understand that Don Casey took these stories and definitely made them their own, and they're incredible. Very well written, very fun. And also she sources the stories at the end. It's very ethically sourced, but I do think that written by is inaccurate. So anyway, that's my deal with that. You guys know my deal with that.
Yeah.
Illustrated by Xana Goldhawk, and the illustrations are incredible. Just folk illustrations.
Oh,
yeah.
Also, what a cool name.
Xana Goldhawk.
That's like the alter ego of a superhero name.
100%.
Yeah. That's
really
awesome.
cool. So I was thinking, the reason why I pulled out this book, I was actually going to pull it out like a while ago because I was in the mood for some of these tales because they're beautifully written. But I couldn't because it wasn't winter yet. And I consider winter to be from November to February. What do you consider? Like when you think of winter, what's your...
Yeah, probably about that.
Yeah, right? Like those 4 months.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not winter until after Halloween. That's my like...
That's your hard line. Yeah, okay.
And I don't want to hear a fucking thing about Christmas until November 1st.
I'm fine. I'm fine for all holidays meshing together. I genuinely am fine with that. Put have Halloween stuff in July with all the summer stuff. Have Christmas stuff in July with all the Halloween. I don't care. I like all of it.
This year was the first year that I felt like Halloween has been going on for so long.
Yeah.
Like I was seeing the Halloween stuff in stores in July.
Yeah.
And I feel like it went on for so long that this weekend, as I was looking for my stories, I said to you, I was like, maybe I'll do like a spooky one. And then I was like looking at the book and I was like, I don't want to do a spooky story. And it's because it feels like Halloween has been led up to for so long that I have a little bit of like Halloween burnout.
Yeah.
Which
Kind
on the one hand,
a little bit of a break from the festivities.
On the one hand, Halloween is every day if you hold it in your heart. On the other hand, it does feel nice that like sometimes it's a little special to be like, this is the start of the Halloween. Like again, for me, October 1st to October 31st. That's the Halloween season.
Okay,
if I see anything
agree.
before October 1st, I'm like, I
do agree with that. I won't start celebrating, but I'm fine with them being literally all year long. And then most of the time, I'll get about a quarter of the way through the summer and get really depressed. I'll just go through depression and then want it to be Christmas, and I'll watch a bunch of Christmas movies. So like, I don't know. I'm somebody, I don't have a hard line for when those things have to happen. But winter, I consider November, February. Okay.
Yeah. For me, like the holiday solstices are like
that's
Halloween.
The clear line.
Yeah. Halloween is the end of fall and the beginning of winter. And then like probably St. Patrick's Day is the end of winter and the beginning of spring for me.
It's really, what is weird is that there are places who it remains really, really snowy and cold all throughout March. But Maybe it's because I was born in the spring. I have a clear delineation of, like, where spring starts, even if it's still cold.
Yeah.
No?
For me, like, end of March is the beginning of spring, I think. Maybe, like, April 1st. Maybe it's April Fool's. Maybe that's my holiday solstice.
That's your holiday solstice. I like it. Okay, so this book that I have here from Winter Tales is the story I chose is The White Bear King.
A white bear! No!
All right, I'm going to jump into it. Here's the first couple sentences. Quote, "Once there was a girl who dreamed of a crown forged of flame-bright metal, crafted in tendrils and leaves of all the trees of the forest, golden oak, silver birch, and copper beech. In her dream, when she wore the crown on her head, she felt like she was standing in the center of her world, blessing the land like a queen." End quote.
Good for her.
But then she woke up and reality set in. She wasn't a queen with a beautiful leaf crown. She was a princess, the daughter of a king, and she had like a regular crown. She was royalty. But like, you know, gross.
Yeah. But like, could be better.
Could be better, she says.
Room to grow.
She went to her father, the king, and she told him she wanted this dream crown. She said, dream clown.
No, nobody's ever said that.
She went to her, you have.
I've never said, I want this dream clown.
You watched that Chapel Rowan video with the white man in the white beater.
I want this rodeo clown. That's different.
Sure, it's a rodeo clown of her dreams. All right.
Yeah. A rodeo clown is different from a clown. I maintain that.
Somebody fight her. She went to her father and she told him she wanted this dream crown. She needed it. And of course her father was like, anything baby wants, baby gets. And so he had the best goldsmiths on retainer and they worked tirelessly to make her the crown she had dreamt of. But none of them matched the crowns of her dreams. She was like, that's not it. That's not it. And then she just cried and cried and cried. So the saddest princess in the world, quote, took to wandering alone in the forest.
Wow.
Yeah, she's having a really hard time. Do you feel bad for her?
So relatable.
Yeah, it's a relatable problem. One day, she went farther than she had ever gone before. In my notes, it says she went farther. One day she went farther than she had ever gone before, and eventually came to a glade where the sun's rays shone on the silver birch and the green pine and made the snow around her sparkle. And in the middle of this glade was a polar bear. She wasn't alarmed, even though the bear was enormous. Quote, she watched the way the bear moved, his strength and power, his ease and grace.
His waffle shirt.
Stop it! She smiled as she watched him playing, rolling around and snuffling through the snow with his nose.
Oh, no.
And then she noticed that he had something in his paws. It was the crown that she
How
had
is he
dreamed
doing
of.
that?
It's on his wrist like a bracelet.
Okay. Accepted.
Yeah. She cried out, "Oh, I need that crown."
And then she was mauled to death.
And the bear looked up and said, "This crown is not for sale, not for money nor gold." And the princess begged him to let her have it. She's like, "Please, please, please, I need it. I need it.
I want it though. Please."
But I wanted it. I want it. Give it to me. Give it me. Give me. Gimme. She's like, "It's all I ever wanted since yesterday when I had this dream. Please." The bear told her, quote, "I will give you the crown in return for your company. Will you come to the forest with me and agree to be my wife?" "Will you come to the forest with me?"
You want to be my family?
The princess looked past the bear, where her father's kingdom ended, and it was dark and scary that way. It was full of unknown terrors and possibilities. And then she looked into, quote, the bear's deep brown eyes, and she saw gentleness there. And she was like, "Yep." Deal. She's super attracted to this bear. She is sexually into this bear from moment one. The bear told her, "Okay, come back in 3 days, and I'll be waiting here for you." And so she went back to her father, and she told him, "Good news, I'm engaged to a polar bear." The king was like, "You what?" So immediately the king sent his bravest guards to kill that fucking bear.
Jesus.
When the bear returned 3 days later, the guards rained arrows down on him, but he swatted them away with his paws like they were gnats. And at the end of that, the king was like, "Well, that was my only plan. So I guess you're marrying my daughter. Congratulations.
Great to meet you, son.
My daughter has to marry a bear because I don't know what else to do. Arrows don't work. We have nothing else.
This was her choice, though. She needs that crown. It's
She's been telling him for the past 24 hours.
Yeah, she really, really wants that crown. It's one of her...
Uh-oh.
It's one of her bare necessities.
Stop. Cut it out. Okay. The problem is it was custom that the oldest daughter get married first, and our princess, our hero, is the youngest of 3. So the king sent his eldest daughter to the bear first, and grimacing, she climbed onto his back, and he started to run into the forest, and he said, "Have you ever sat softer? Have you ever seen so clear?" And she replied, "Yeah, I'm a princess. I've sat softer, and I have perfect vision." So, and at this point...
I got LASIK.
And at this point, the bear skidded to a halt and said, "Well then, you're not the one." And he shook her off his back, and then he trotted off indignantly. She was like, "Where am I?"
He started sniffing some berries.
Oh my god, yeah. And then he's nearby, but he's completely ignoring her. He's in bear mode. Mm-hmm. He has his paw inside of a beehive, and he's like shaking it off. And she's like, "I guess I'll go."
He just walks into a river and just waits at the top of the falls for a fish.
She's sitting there like, "How do I get home?" Bear? Bear. Bear? Bear. The king sent his second eldest daughter next, and she too climbed on the bear's back, and she was terrified. And the bear said, "Have you ever sat softer or seen clearer?" And the girl said, "Yeah, at home, in my castle, where I'm a princess. My whole life is designed to be soft and clear." I don't know. And the bear shook her off his back, and he walked away. And he started rubbing his back against a tree. Is he the same thing? And she's like, "Okay, bye."
Have you seen that? There are probably a ton of them, but there's this one video of a bunch of bears in this like forest glade, and they all kind of walk in together, and then they like wander around for a little bit, and then they all like get up on trees and they start like rubbing their back on the trees, and it looks like they're having a silent rape. It's so good.
Have you guys seen that video of the bear where the meme is like, when I think I see somebody I know, or somebody waves at me and I wave back, and then I realize that they're waving at the person behind me, and it's a picture of a bear, and he's doing that. He like raises his hand and it looks like he's waving, and then he like looks around awkwardly, and then he puts his paw down. Bears are so fun.
Oh my god, there's a video that some of my college friends and I used to reference constantly, where there's this park that has bears specifically that wave at you, and you like drive by and you like wave at the bears, and the bears will come up to the fence and like wave at you, and it's kind of like they clearly don't understand what it is. They just know that people like it and they get treats from it, so it's just completely like blank expression. A bear will just be like, "Hi," wave at you.
Hello.
It's really good. It's really hard to explain how funny it is over an audio medium.
Yeah.
But it's just this bear, like, dead expression, like, waving, like, up and down, kind of.
With his wrist, from his wrist.
Yeah, waving with his wrist and just going,
dead-eyed.
Yeah. And the people will be like, "Hi!" And the bear's just like, "Huh." So whenever we would see each other in public, we would go, "Huh," and just, like, really frantically, like, wave with no expression.
It's good. That is hard to explain in an audio medium.
Yeah, but I'll include that video in the show notes so you guys can see how funny it is.
I liked it.
To see a bear pretending to be a person.
God, I love bears. They're so awkward. Have you seen... There's a video of a bear who is sitting on the edge of a hill, and he's looking at a sunset, and he's just like literally just sitting there staring at a sunset. And then scientists weighed in, and they were like, actually, this is something with bears, is that they are regularly seen sitting down and appreciating like a sunset or a beautiful view, and there's no reason for them to be doing it. It's just they will stop and they'll take in beautiful views. I know. And we're so mean to them.
Bears.
Okay. Plus, they stop so many forest fires every year.
I know.
Come on.
But the cost of the picnic industry cannot be ignored.
I am really tired of those bears ruining my picnics. Okay. So finally, When the bear returned to that glade for the third time, the youngest daughter met him, and she put the crown on her head, and her heart was beating really fast. The crown shone flame bright as she climbed onto his back, and he took off in a run into the forest. And he said, "Have you ever sat softer?" And, quote, she felt the powerful muscles moving beneath her. She sunk her fingers into thick fur, and she said, "No, I've never sat so soft."
Oh my God.
He asked, "Have you ever seen so clear?" And she looked around. The wind was whipping her hair beneath the crown, and the whole forest was laid out before her. And she said, "No, I have never seen so clear." And the bear said, "Yes."
Have you ever been so turned on before?
Are you feeling what I'm feeling? And the bear said, "Yes, you are the one." They leapt through icy rivers, and the princess laughed as the water splashed and sparkled around them. They slid down slopes, and they rolled in the snow together. They climbed hills, and they watched the sunset together, because bears appreciate a good sunset.
No.
They slept...
And then they had a little picnic.
They slept in mossy hollows, curled together, and, quote, in the mornings they greeted each other nose to nose.
This is so cute.
Finally, they reached the white bear's home. It was a palace of white, rising from the black branches of the forest. The rooms inside were silver and gold, and the beds were covered in silk pillows and warm bedding. And the bear left, and the princess kept the fire alight. And that night, when it was dark, the bear returned. And as he climbed into bed with her, she didn't touch paws, she touched fingertips. And
Is there a guy hiding in the bed?
I said, "Girl, run! That's not your bear husband!" By night, the bear was a man, but by day, he was a not man.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a man or bear situation. Choose the bear. Choose the bear. Also, this, you've now recognized that this is a variation of...
Like Prince Lindworm or the East of the Sun, West of the Moon.
The one. Yeah, East of the Sun, West of the Moon. Don't worry, it's not the same story. This is a variation that I think is really cool. Just in case everybody's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Not the same story.
It's different.
It's different, okay? This bear's cool.
And hot.
Yeah, this bear is hot as fuck. Within the year, the princess and the bear had a baby. But as soon as it was born...
Hang on.
No, don't worry.
The princess and the bear?
I mean the man, I guess.
Okay.
They were fucking as man and wife. Not as bear and wife. I don't know that. The story isn't clear.
It doesn't specify.
If she was fucking a bear.
Mm-hmm.
I know that she was fucking a man.
Do you?
Yeah.
Does it specify?
I mean, it says that she was touching his fingertips. What else is she touching? Okay. Within the year, the princess and the bear had a baby. But as soon as it was born, the bear took the child away and she did not see it again. This happened 3 times.
Did she see him again?
Yeah. Yeah, because she
just
had
not the babies.
2 more babies with him. She would just, as soon as they were born, he would take them away.
Why?
She was crushed. And she was like, "I need you to explain this to me because this doesn't seem normal." What the fuck?
Please stop taking my babies.
But he didn't explain.
I actually don't want to have sex with you anymore.
Yeah, she would cry and cry and cry. And when she was like, "I need you to explain what's happening." And he would shake his head and say, "I cannot. I'm so sorry." But that was it. That's the only thing that she got from him.
Oh my God.
She eventually felt like she was dying of heartbreak. And she told him, she was like, "I'm alone all day until you come home at night and then we fuck, and that's nice, but like, what happened to my babies?" And she's like, "I miss my family. I need to be around somebody else." And so the bear took her home to see her family.
Really quickly, so he's a man at night and a bear during the day?
Yes.
Okay, I think we had that switched at one point.
Okay.
Why wasn't he turning into a man when they were in the forest? Is it only when he's in the castle?
I don't know. Maybe he can control it a little bit. Because he wasn't doing it before. Or maybe he was. I have no idea. Yeah, it doesn't say. So the bear took her home to see her family. But weirdly enough, her mother heard all about her life with the bear, and she was horrified and not at all charmed by this. And she was like, "Girl, what?" Quote, "A bear that changes at night is not a real bear." Sure. That's not the issue. She doesn't care about the grandbabies.
She also doesn't care that she's fucking a bear. She's just like,
"That's
what do you
not
mean
a
he's
bear."
not a bear all the time?
What do you mean you're fucking a man and not a bear? So the mom was afraid that this was actually a troll, and so she wanted her daughter to get to the bottom of it. She gave her a candle. Apparently they don't have those at the bear's house. And she was like, "Okay, when he's asleep next time, light it so you could see his true face."
This is exactly what happens in East of the Sun.
Exactly. And at this point, genuinely, in East of the Sun, West of the Moon, I was on board with it. In this one, I actually don't know if I would do that because, well, I guess it's not a perfect relationship. I was gonna say, they were so happy before, like them waking up nose to nose and like rolling around in snow together. I'm like, I don't know if I would want to see his face. He clearly doesn't want me to. What if he's ugly? What if I get the ick because he's like gross? What if he's just a white guy?
No.
No. I don't know if I'd want to see. Anyway, would you?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I would want to.
I wouldn't do it immediately. I feel like I would be like, no, I'm not going to. But eventually curiosity would get the better of me.
Yeah, that's true. And at that point, you hadn't thought to look at his face before. So that night, she lit the candle, and she saw that beside her lay not a troll, but a handsome prince.
Oh, wow.
She leaned in to kiss his brow, and as she did, some wax dripped onto his skin, and he woke up. Ow. You know, as you would. He yelled, "What have you done? If you had loved me just as I am, the troll hag spell would have been broken. But now her magic tightens, and I must become her husband." When was this curse supposed to end? This actually does bother me. She's had 3 babies with him.
Yeah. When?
Is the curse broken by true love, or is it when the kids reach 18? I don't understand.
Is it 4 babies?
Maybe it's 5 babies. Who knows?
I just feel like he could have communicated
Anything.
his expectations of the number of babies and the timeline to her.
Anything.
Yeah.
He pulled on his bearskin and he sped away. But as he was leaving, the princess grabbed his fur and she tried to haul herself onto his back. But he was going way too fast, like inhumanly and unbearably fast. And it was all she could do to hold on. The branches and thorns of the forest tore at her skin and clothes, and the wind whipped at her face until it was raw. And as the bear turned on the path, he swerved too sharply, and she was thrown hard onto the ground, and then she was alone. She got up and walked until she came to a cottage, and she knocked on the door. And an old woman and a young girl were inside, and the princess said, "Have you seen a white bear?" And the woman was like, "Yeah."
A white bear?
No! The woman told her, "Yeah, we have. He sped by just yesterday, but he was going so fast you're not going to catch him. But you look really cold. Why don't you come in here and, hang out with us and get warm and stay the night?" And the princess gladly accepted. While she was warming her weary feet by the fire, the little girl came up to her kind of shyly, and she was like holding a cat. She just like sidled up next to her. And the princess smiled and said, "Well, hello, little cat." And then started talking
girl.
Yeah, and then she started talking to the child. And they shared stories of animals they'd seen in the forest and their favorite bird sounds. And they were just talking until the little girl was just fully in love with her. And she's like, "I love you." The little girl took out a pair of scissors and she began to play with them. Which, I'm an art teacher.
Girls.
Don't let children play with scissors.
Can you tell the kind of a girl thing story, please?
Oh my God.
Please.
Okay, quick break. I'm an elementary school art teacher. I teach kindergarten through 5th grade. And every single day, a child will like pull their fucking tooth out of their mouth and be like, "Look what I just did." And I'm like, "What?" Right? Or they'll be like, "Hey, I got this weird bug bite." And then they'll just show me the worst thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, "To the nurse." Like, I don't know. I'm
Away.
constantly seeing gross things, right? I've gotten kind of used to it. Or they're like snotting all over their desk and I'm putting my hand in it. But anyway, I was in, a 5th grader came up to me and she was like, "Oh, hi, Miss Rabideau." And she came up and she looked really like kind of panicked. And she's like, "Hey, can I go to the nurse real quick?" And I was like, "Oh, what's up, buddy?" And she was like, "It's just," and then the look on her face, the way that she was like kind of holding herself was like, "Oh, is it like a girl thing?" And she looks and she goes, kind of. The way that she said it, I was like, "Okay." And as I'm looking at her, she just opens her hand and reveals that she's pulled out her tooth. And I'm like, "Oh,
Kind of a girl thing.
kind of a girl thing." I was like, "Oh, okay, never mind. Hold on." Is it a girl thing? And the look of confusion on her face, she's like, "I guess."
Women, am I right?
I'm a girl, and this is my girl tooth. So, I'm like, all right, that's my bad for assuming.
Just girly things.
Just girly things. Okay, so this little girl is playing with scissors, which is horrifying. With every snip she did in the air, reams of cloth rippled from the blades. Green silk, red velvet, white wool. That's the sort of cloth that we're talking about. The little girl looked at the princess's torn and dirty clothes, and then she looked at the old woman and she said, "May I give her a gift?" And so the princess left the cottage with the golden scissors, with the silver scissors. So the princess left the cottage.
I thought she was going to make her an outfit.
So the princess...
That's where I thought that was going. It was like, I'm going to make her a fancy, we're going to do a makeover. But no, she just gave her the scissors.
Yeah, she gave her the scissors. They're silver scissors. She walked through the forest until she came to a second cottage. Inside was an old woman and a young girl. The princess asked if they had seen a white bear, And they had. He had sped by a day ago, going so fast she couldn't possibly catch him, but she could come inside and she could rest with them if she wanted. So she accepted. This child ran up to the princess and said, "Look what I can do," and then did like a wobbly cartwheel. And the princess clapped her hands and she laughed, delighted, and she's like, "Oh my god, another." And the little girl was like, "Okay." Eventually, the little girl took out a golden cup and began to play with it, tilting it to and fro. And as it tipped, it would fill with a drink, which was hot, sweet blackcurrant. The girl looked at the princess, like adoringly, and then she looked at the old woman and said, "Can I give her a gift?" And so the princess left the cottage with the golden cup.
This is just what happened to you this week. You just had that kid walk up to you with like a tooth.
Yeah.
And then you also had that other kid be like, "Hey, guess what I can do?" and just do a split.
Oh my god, yeah. I chaperoned a dance and the little third grader boy, he goes, "Hey, Miss Rabbity." And he like walked up dancing and I was like, "Oh, what's up, buddy?" And he was like, "Look what I can do." And then just did a full split. And I was like, "What?" And he like raised his hands triumphantly. Yeah, no, this is just kids. The story is very accurate. Mm-hmm. She walked through the forest until she came to a third cottage. Inside were, again, an old woman and a little girl. They had seen the bear, yes, but that had been a day ago, and it was going too fast. So she went inside to rest, and this girl showed her some treasures she had found in the forest. She's like, "Here's a feather, and here's like a little yellow leaf, and here's the cap of an acorn, and here's 7 rocks." This is the Max child.
Yes.
And the princess oohed and awed over every one of them and talked about how, "Oh, that one must be magic," which is the Janey response. I do this every day.
This is why our friendship works out so well.
Yeah. And she thanked the little girl for showing them to her. She's like, "Thank you so much. This was such a special treasure." And this little girl was like, "Okay, well, I love you. You're the best. Take my house." The child took out a snow-white cloth. When she flicked it through the air, as it landed, it became covered with delicious things to eat. And she looked at the old woman and said, "She looks hungry. May I give her a gift?" And when the princess left, she had the scissors and the cup wrapped in the cloth.
I feel like if I showed you a bunch of my treasures and then I wanted to give you a gift, I would give you an acorn cap.
No, she gave her the food. The little girl wants to keep her treasures, Max. That's her treasure.
All right.
She walked on and on and on until she made it to the edge of the forest. Before her was a wall of rock, glazed in ice. When she reached out a finger to touch it, she drew her finger back in pain. It was so cold that it stung her skin, and it was as smooth as polished glass. There was no way for her to get up, and she realized, like, I have to get up there. Like, this is horrible. At the foot of the mountain, she saw a fourth cottage, so she knocked on the door. And this time, a woman answered, dressed in rags, and hungry children were tugging at her apron and crying, and there was just all this stuff happening. And she invited the princess in, but she was like, "I don't have anything to offer you, I'm sorry. I only have stones." And she said, quote, "I'm warming them in a kettle. I tell the children there are apples cooking, and it quiets them for a while." I know. The princess at this point was like, "I got you, girl." And she snipped the scissors, and she tipped the cup, and she flicked the cloth, and the whole family was clothed and well-fed. And the woman thanked her and was like, "Listen, I can help you a little." She said that her husband was a master smith, and he could make her a set of iron claws to climb the ice mountain. Yeah. But also, why is a master smith so poor? Why is his family starving to death right now?
They're in the middle of nowhere.
This is such a commentary on life as an artist. I'm just saying. He has all of these skills, and he could do basically anything in a very short amount of time, and yet he's still starving. AI is making better claws. The next day, the princess went back to the rock wall, and she pulled on her clawed gloves.
Incredible. I'm picturing Louise in that one episode of Bob's Burgers.
But she's got the toes, too.
Yeah. She has the toes, too, in Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I'm so excited to see this. That's so good. This is an illustration of a woman with, like, long blonde hair, and she's got kind of, like, a traditionally, like, what is it, like Dutch, I would say?
Norwegian.
Yeah, but it's like it's like a dress, like a pinafore dress that's like light blue with floral embroidery and everything.
Yeah.
And then she's got like long white sleeves underneath and like a black jumpsuit under that for warmth. Mm-hmm. And she's climbing up a sheer cliff face with these nightmarish claw gloves on. She's just scampering.
She has a look of determination.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
Incredible.
There's like an old hag at the top in a castle.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
that.
I was not worried about that. I'm more worried about this this like again, she looks like a woman in like one of those like beer commercials where it's like, yeah, drink the beer, and it's like, and then she just has claw gloves. It's great.
Okay, well, at this point, Don Casey writes this, quote, I wonder, as she flexed each finger into its iron tip, did she feel the deep growl low in her throat? Did she feel the fierce protective power of being a bear? Step after step, paw after paw, she climbed the unclimbable mountain. End quote. Damn, Don. At the top stood a castle, and at the window stood the troll hag. Quote, she was built like a boulder and had a granite scowl. Same girl. Also me. The princess sat beneath that window, and she pulled the scissors out, playing with them so the hag could see it. And see, she did. The hag yelled down, "Gimme those!" No! I want them! Gimme! Oh, just the same thing the princess did.
Aww.
Her wedding was in 3 days after all, and those scissors would make a beautiful gown for her. The princess told her, "These scissors are not for sale, not for money nor gold, but I will give them to you in return for one night with the prince." What? And the hag agreed. She had nothing to worry about after all. She drugged the prince every night, so he would sleep like the dead. This is a sinister plot twist.
This is dark.
Uh-oh. The princess was allowed in, but no matter how much she shook him and cried, he would not wake up. The next day, she sat under the window again, and she played with the golden cup. And the hag looked down and shouted, "Gimme that!"
I have the same problem with this that I had with East of the Sun, West of the Moon, which just ask for the prince.
Yeah, I don't know if she was maybe she was like, I don't want to waste that and have the hag stop haggling with me. Haggling.
I would be like, hey, you can have these 3 cool things. Just give me the prince.
Yeah, but she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that. I think it's more of a, I just have to get in there and make a plan because she will send me away or she will kill me. Like, you have to kind of walk a fine line.
Or like say, let me see the prince, but he's awake and I can talk to him.
She's not a genie though. I think you're treating her like she's under some sort of magical like
I just mean
laws.
like you can be specific in your request.
I don't think she can. Specifically, I don't think she can. This hag has cursed this prince and he's been kind of outsmarting her this entire time. You know, like the hag clearly wants to marry him. Like, that's her goal. So she has to get in there and break him out of here. Mm-hmm. But if she's like, give me the prince, this hag could just fucking kill her.
Yeah, you know, but even if she doesn't say,
she's
give
not
me the
under
prince,
any sort of magical law with
she could say, like,
princess.
I want to talk to the prince.
I also think it's a matter of, like, she has to kind of make this hag believe that she's not coming with more power than she is, you know? Like, this hag doesn't know that she's his wife. She doesn't know that she's a princess.
That doesn't matter, though.
It would matter if she sees her as, like, competition. At this point,
just be like, I have a question for the prince.
At this point, she thinks she's just a horny freak. Okay.
With talons.
Yeah, with claws. Okay, so she's sitting under the window, she's playing with the golden cup. And the princess says, "This cup is not for sale, not for money nor for gold, but I will give it to you in return for one more night with the prince." And the troll hag agreed, and that night the princess tried again to wake him, but no matter how loud she shouted, nothing could wake him up.
Try a different thing.
The third day, the princess shook out the cloth and sat down to feast beneath the window. The hag was practically drooling as she said, "Gimme that!" And the princess agreed to give it to her if she had one final night with the prince. And now I want to know, has the hag been doing this for a lot of people? Are, like, a lot of people able to just barter for a night with the prince? It feels dark. I don't like it. What the hag didn't know is that there was a carpenter who was next door to the prince, who had heard the princess's cries. He was making the feasting table for the wedding, so he was able to, like, sneak over and tell the prince what was happening during the day. He's like, "Hey, somebody's in your room crying and screaming, and it feels like something's up." Yeah.
Leave a note.
He tells him. I know, right? Well, the hag, I think, is sweeping the room before and after. I'll tell you why.
Leave a note in his butt.
So on the... That's where he keeps his heart. Max. You want him to have a heart attack? So on the third night, instead of drinking the drink the troll hag gave him, he held it in his mouth and he spit it out as soon as she left the room. The troll sat listening as night darkened, and she thought she heard a sound in his room. And she was like, is he secretly awake still? So she went back into his room, she took out a long needle, and she stabbed him in the arm with it. And the prince did not so much as flinch, so satisfied, she left the room. And then the princess, who had been hiding in the shadows, ran to his side, and the two embraced, and they started to make a plan. That's what I'm saying.
They started to make love.
And then they fucked. The end. The prince woke up the carpenter, and the three of them crept down to the bridge in front of the castle. One by one, they unscrewed the bolts, and they broke the planks, just enough that the bridge still looked normal. And the next morning, the day of the wedding, the troll hag and her bridesmaids came stomping over the bridge. And crack, the bridge broke, sending all those hags plummeting straight into the icy water of the moat below. And they sunk like stones and were never seen again.
Fucking Wile E. Coyote.
Yes, got him. The prince and princess returned home together, curse-free. On the way, the prince stopped at the 3 cottages the princess had visited and collected the 3 little girls. Those were their babies.
Aw.
I know.
What about those old ladies?
I probably paid for that stuff.
But
now,
that's your family now.
Or
That's
maybe,
the
maybe
little girl's mom.
Maybe they came to live in the castle. They don't say this, but
I
would
choose
bet,
to believe.
Yeah, I bet they brought them to be their nannies and stuff, you know.
What about that family at the base of the mountain?
I also believe that she would have stopped by and maybe given them all of those. Like, taken them back from the hag and given them. That's what, okay, anyway.
Yeah.
That's my edit, but there's no reason why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Now the princess understood everything. The prince had been afraid the troll hag would use the babies to hurt him, and he couldn't tell her, like, part of the curse was that he couldn't tell her anything about the curse, and so to keep them safe, he had hidden them away. Quote, little did he know the part the children would play in helping their mother to break the spell. Mm-hmm. And they had a beautiful wedding at last with feasting and dancing, and their 3 daughters sang for everyone. And the last line of the story is, they both lived long and happy lives, reigning together side by side, the white bear king and the flame bright queen. The end.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a super... I like this version better than East of the Sun, West of the Moon.
I agree.
And I also like it better than Eros and Psyche.
Yes.
Which I'm not a huge fan of the Eros and Psyche in general. Mm-hmm. I've never been a huge fan of Eros. In fact, I am his biggest hater in mythology. I think he's the big bad. I think he's worse than literally every other figure in Greek mythology. Mm. That being said, I like this one because she has way more agency. Even though East of the Sun, West of the Moon is the story of a woman going on a quest to save a man, I feel like she has more agency than we've seen from the beginning. She chooses to marry. From moment one, she's like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that I'm getting. This is how I'm going to get it, you know?
Yeah, and also in spite of the fact that her father didn't want her to marry the bear.
Yeah, she overcomes a couple obstacles. It's like enthusiastic consent, basically, the entire way, is that even though things keep happening, she keeps again and again affirming, like, this is what I want. Yeah. And then her going on this journey, I love that it's 3 little girls helping her. You know, it passes the Bechdel test. They talk about rocks and sticks. It just feels much more honest in, like, women empowerment, where there are some tropes that is like, no, don't worry, because she's like a strong female character and she's getting to do stuff. This one actually feels pretty empowering to listen to.
It does. And it also feels like, as compared specifically to East of the Sun, West of the Moon, in that story, it sort of feels like the woman, the princess, is just like a force that moves the bear's story forward. Yeah. Whereas in this, she's her own person and character who makes decisions and has, like, wants.
In this one, it's also the opposite. He's really pushing her story forward. Yeah. I will also say, in East of the Sun, West of the Moon, the thing that always gets me with that story and others like it, because there's so many variations of that story, the thing that gets me is that story is inherently a comparison between 2 types of women. The virginal, sweet princess that's blonde and beautiful and demure, and she serves her husband, and then the troll hag who is huge and ugly, and, like, she's crass, and she, you know, and then in East of the Sun, West of the Moon, how she defeats her is that the prince is like, whoever can scrub these stains out of my shirt. So there's a domesticity to it, and it feels gross. And this one does not have that. She literally puts on spiked claws and scrambles up a mountain. It's like, who's the bear now, bitch? Yeah. Jesus. She just has a thing for bears.
Yeah. I completely forgotten about that component of the story, but I love that they got rid of that. Because it also felt weird in East of the Sun, West of the Moon, that his way of being like, okay, well, his way of being like, thank you so much for coming to save me, is by being like, okay, prove yourself.
Well, it's like, and I get the reasoning, good wife by showing that you can clean shirts, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And that feels unbelievably gross. So I like that a lot better.
Yeah, there's no comparison of women in this one, because there really isn't. And also this is a story made up of women. Like, all the important characters, except for the prince, are women. Yeah. You know? And I think that's pretty wonderful. You know, there's 3 men. There's the prince, there's her father, who we'd never hear from, really. And there's the Master Smith, who just, his only role is to make her something to help her on her journey.
And the Carpenter, I would assume. I shouldn't assume, but I would assume.
Yeah, you're totally right. I forgot about him. Yeah, I think I'm going to assume it's the Carpenter's the man, too.
I also like, and this is a little bit of a low bar, but I like that he didn't murder her older sisters.
Yeah. He didn't go Hans the Hedgehog on her.
No,
on her sisters.
A lot of stories would do that. I really like that he was just like, no, we're not compatible. You have to go home.
I also really enjoy the fact that all three of the little kids have set personalities that make sense for little kids to have. You know, they're not all the same. They're not all demure. They're not all like these sweet, perfect, polite little kids. Like, one of them just stood up and is like, I could do a cartwheel and I could do that. And I'm like, yeah, I know that kid. Yeah. And the one that's like, look at all the rocks. I'm like, I know that kid. I've been that kid.
I also appreciate that it wasn't just like, again, in East of the Sun, West of the Moon, it's just the old women and they give her the gifts so that she can move forward and everything. But in that story, it's like, it's kind of like she gets to them and they're like, you have to keep going. Here, a gift to help you on your journey. It sort of feels like an NPC in a quest a little bit. With this one, though, it's like, they didn't have to give her that. It was like they were offered her a bed for the night and that's all that she needed or wanted.
Yeah, she wasn't expecting a gift.
Yeah, but because she like had a real connection with these kids and like really made them happy, they gave her something that helped her.
Also, just the natural connection between them. When it's revealed that those were all her babies, I was really fucking touched by that. I was like, oh my god, she just had an immediate love for these little kids. Like, she was so good with them and she was so just sweet, and they're like natural, like, I love her. Like, there's a little bit of a supernatural like, draw to each other, you know?
Yeah. I think that's
I thought
really
this
good.
is really sweet.
I love it.
If you want to read the full story, like the original story, it's White Bear King Valamon, and it was recorded in Norwegian folktales by Peter Christian Absjornsen and Jorgen Moe, who we've gone to again and again. It's a lesser-known version of East of the Sun, West of the Moon, which I covered on episode 61, Dish Rag Bikinis, parentheses, What Could Be Worse Than the Boil Man, which we haven't... We were just looking at this the other day. I cannot remember what the Boil Man could possibly be in reference to, so that's exciting. Other popular versions of this tale is The Myth of Eros and Psyche, which I already mentioned, not a fan of, and also A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. So.
Really, really good. I like that's definitely my favorite version of this story.
Yeah, I really
like
love
that a lot.
it. Okay, guys, well, that was our man bear episode.
Question for you all. Man or bear? And please only respond if the answer is man, because we already know everyone chooses bear.
I was gonna say, what?
No, please only respond. Like, if you choose the bear, yeah, I get it. Like, you don't need to explain yourself if you're choosing the bear. If you're choosing the man, what the fuck? Explain yourself.
Oh, explain yourself. Here's the thing, though. I don't want to hear you explain yourself. I don't care. If you're the type of person who's like, man, you're probably a man. So, like, I actually don't want to hear from you. Don't text me. That being said, what I liked about this story as well, I'm so sorry, I'm going back to it, is that her attraction to the bear, usually in these stories, I'm like, oh my god, this is weird. Yeah, like, oh, she wants to fuck that swan, or she wants to do this thing. This one, it weirdly made sense. I don't know why. I think it's the way this is written, but it was a lot easier to accept. And it also made their relationship feel better in the end.
I think that might be because there was, like, the conversation that they had wasn't him being like, I need a wife or anything like that. It was like she was like, I want that, and he's like, okay, the only way you can have this is if you're my wife, because it's the thing that my wife would have. So it feels less like I need a wife. It's more like,
well, it's way more consensual. Yeah, and it's also, everything is driven by her wants and desires. But also, I think it's also, there's a whole paragraph beforehand of her watching the bear in the woods, and she immediately, like, she doesn't feel scared by him, but there's also just like a kind of, she's very charmed by this big old bear. Yeah. You know? And also there's like the supernatural element of, like, she has already had this dream, she feels very familiar suddenly, she can't figure out why, you know, there's a little magic. Yeah, it feels I'm a lot more comfortable with this relationship, interspecies relationship, which I've never been comfortable with that in any other tale we've told. But I think it's because it feels unequal in power, you know? So
in other cases.
Yeah, in other cases.
This one it feels, yeah, it
feels very equal. She's the one to spot him first. He doesn't show up at her door and demand a poor family give up one of their daughters, you know?
Yeah. I think that it's also indicative that, like, her two sisters are like, oh, a bear. And that's not even that's not even something where he's like, you would really marry me even though I'm an ugly, nasty bear.
No, he's like, you're not the one I was talking to.
Yeah. Yeah, but also, like, he's not like, oh, but I'm so evil and bad and, like, you know what bears eat? And, like, oh, like, he's not like, why would anyone want to marry a bear? He's like...
He's not Edward calling it.
Yeah, exactly. And I like that, too.
Yeah. They're a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really liked the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, she's a little bit of a bear.
She also, though, she's fucking fierce as hell.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that is Don Casey kind of rewriting it to make it more feminist. I don't care, and I don't want to read the original. Yeah. Everybody get this book, Winter Tales. It's very fun.
Really good.
Okay, Max.
Really good. Janey.
Another episode down. Happy November.
Happy November.
Happy November.
Happy November.
Guys, if you want to text us any of your thoughts on this episode, man or bear, again, Max wants to hear your explanation. I don't care, but you can text us at the link below.
This isn't true for me necessarily, but I do think it's a cool answer. I would choose the bear I would choose the man because I would feel bad about killing a bear.
Mm-hmm. But also just in general, what do you think about these things? Do you have any thoughts? Do you want to share anything with us? You could text us. You can also join our Discord and chat with us and other listeners on there. It's a really fun vibe. You would like it. We would love you. I already know it because it's a very fun community. Mm-hmm. You can do that by joining the Patreon at the $3 or $7 level. And you can go on Instagram where I'll put some pictures of these books and some pictures from my story on Instagram at Sort of the Story. Go on TikTok at Sort of the Story.
Send us an email, sortofthestory@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And visit our website, sortofthestory.com.
Yeah.
Also, just so you guys know, if you text us, we cannot text you back, but we will, if we like it, we'll post on our Instagram stories with responses. Yeah,
we do that. A couple people posted, gave us some feedback from last week's episode where they told us some of their paw wishes. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they're very specific. Be careful. You might end up in genie jail if you're too specific.
No.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us for another week. We will see you in 2 weeks with another episode. Goodbye. Bye. I have a crazy story that's going to make you really mad and also blow everyone's mind.
Oh. I have a really fun story that I'm really excited to tell you, so it's going to be good. Wait. This is the test. We can't talk about the stories.
I'm going to tell you.
We got to say weird shit.
I'm going to tell you the weird shit. This is the weird shit test story. It's not like my story.
Okay. Whew.
I'm just going to go ahead and get into
ridiculous.
Once upon a time. No, I just learned that in England, I learned this from that one hot lawyer who reads iconic court transcripts. And she has like extreme vocal fry. I love her. Her name is Reb, I think.
We have different algorithms.
That's
not something I'm familiar with.
I'm going to send her to you. She's fantastic. She's so funny.
Great, good. My Instagram Explore page has recently started showing me, has recently started showing me very muscular, beautiful women working on cars. Whew, not mad.
I'm trying to destroy your algorithm with all of the really weird fucking smut. The ones I keep sending you, I don't know. And it's because I keep sending them to you. So it's like, oh, she likes this. But one of them was like, when everybody tries to get your attention, but your uncle wants to fuck you. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's when every cowboy wants you to wear their hat.
Yeah.
But like your uncle wants you to wear his brand or something. Like it was like, what the fuck?
And then I opened the comments because I was like, are people into this? And everyone was like, uncle? And the author commented back, they're like, sorry, it's uncle in that her aunt married him, so not her like blood uncle. And everyone's like, that doesn't matter.
As long as it's not her blunkle.
Oh, you know what's weird is this book is called Blunkle.
That's crazy.
How did I know? I'm gonna write a book called Blunkle.
Incredible.
Anyway, so there's Blunkle.
Hey, Janey. Thinking about it. I've been waiting for a week for the perfect time to say dinkin' about it.
Guys, I was trying to... I forgot.
was like, Adidas is like an acronym or something. It's
we used
like,
to have that stupid middle school acronym, and it was like,
Yeah.
all day, I blank, blank, blank.
all day I think about sex or something. And I was like, Janey, that would be Adidas. And
Yeah.
she was like, oh.
All day I think about sex. All day I think about sex.
So for like 8 hours, we were just like across the house from each other being like, hey, thinking about it.
All day I think about sex.
All day I'd be thinking about
I
it.
just thinking about it.
You ever just think about it?
It's just it's changed my brain chemistry in such a specific way. Every time I'm like, that person's hot, and I'm like, thinking about it.
Thinking about it.
Just thinking about it. I don't want to tell you my story anymore. Let's just start this test.
Should we make a t-shirt that's Adidas? It's all day I'm thinking about sex.
I actually do really want to start making all the shirts that we keep
Yes.
teasing. We have to have one that says, let's grunge girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
Or
let's go grunge.
let's go grunge, which is what you thought it said. Let's go grunge. And let's grunge girls. I like let's grunge girls.
Mm.
Because I think a lot of people will be like, do you mean to say brunch?
No, grunge is the meal where you're doing brunch, but you're not really hungry, so you're just grazing. It's grunge.
I think grunch is a brunch, but everything is green. Like avocados and broccoli.
Like a green eggs and ham sandwich.
Yeah. Grunch.
Grunge.
And also you're having grunch with
The
the
grunge.
grunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a sheep centaur. And I really want all day, I'm thinking about it.
All day I think about sex.
Or just a shirt that says thinking about it.
Yeah. It should be one of those shirts that has like a little like patch pocket logo on the front and then like a full design on the back. And the front should say dinking about it. And the back should say all day I'm thinking about sex.
All day I think about sex. Would you guys buy that?
Would you guys buy the dinking about it shirt?
If we make friendship bracelets that say Adidas, will you get it? Will we get sued?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, Adidas : dinking about it.
Yeah. Thinking about it. We'll definitely get sued for that. Okay.
They're gonna be like, no, we're not dinking about it. Oh my god.
We're thinking about it. All day
We're making shoes. We're not dinking about it.
What was it at the end of the day?
It was...
All day I dream about sex.
Yeah.
Max found out the real one.
I figured it out. I didn't Google it or anything. It wasn't that hard.
Max did extensive research. She went to a library, flipped through their folios. What are they called? Microfiche.
Initials. Yeah. It took 6 months of research, but we finally solved it.
In the meantime, we were thinking about it.
Hey, you know what? It's hard to do research when you're just all day thinking about sex.